Meantime, the U.S. military is deploying a team of Marines to Haiti to protect our U.S. embassy in its capital city. Mark Geist was a member of the Benghazi Annex security team. He's also the co-author of 13 Hours, and he joins me now. Mark, you famously are credited with saving the lives of more than 25 Americans in Benghazi. Based upon that firsthand experience, how worried are you for the Marines that have to now go in to protect our embassy and for the Americans that they're there to protect?
For our Marines that are going in there, this is what they're trained to do. They're professionals. They're going to do their job. When you're looking at the fleet anti-terrorism security teams that they train, send in to do this mission specifically, they're going to be well armed. They're going to have the support that they need. Hopefully they have they're allowed to do their job by this administration, but they will protect our embassy. And that's a big difference between what happened there is what's going on now compared to what happened in Benghazi at our consulate there is they didn't have any Marines that came in.
So are you confident that our government has learned the lessons following what can only be described as the disaster of Benghazi?
I would say no. I'm not confident that they've learned that lesson, because if we go back and look over history, anytime we've had a consulate or an embassy attacked, there's been an accountability review board. They identify what needs to be fixed, and they don't do it. What we're seeing here is Marines doing what they're trained to do and to protect American citizens that are employees and diplomats within the country of Haiti at this time, and they will do that job to the utmost of their ability.
Understood. I want to capture more of your experience being in what can only be described as unstable situations like this. Right now, Haiti is the definition of unstable. You've basically made a career and a life being in these kind of powder keg environments. Describe how quickly the situation on the ground in a place like Haiti can just get out of hand.
And we've seen it over the last 2 weeks. I mean, the moment that somebody is allowed or thinks that they can take power and utilize force to do that, they'll do it. We saw it with, the prominent gang leader. What do they call him? Barbecue, I think. And ideally, you understand why they're calling him that, because he burns anything and everything, to include the people that they're killing. Where we're looking at right now is if this doesn't change over the next week, it's going to even get worse, because any supplies that they do have are going to be diminished, and you're going to see greater problems with the people and more anarchy fighting just for basic survival. Right now, you have a gang that is really trying to push out the government, but once they lose their food, water capabilities, it's going to get worse than what it is right now.
Yeah, the basics of humanity, when those go away, any semblance of law and order seems to go right with it. Do you agree with how the Biden administration has handled the situation on the whole? Not necessarily just the embassy situation that you and I have been discussing so far, but the overall unrest in Haiti. Do you agree with what Joe Biden and his team are doing?
No, I don't. I mean, the unfortunate thing with the current administration is they propel themselves or purport themselves as strength when really what they are is weakness, and everybody out there sees that and understands that. We have a president who a lot of times can't complete sentences, jumbles his words, can't walk up a flight of steps without falling down or tripping over a sandbag. That does not show strength. And we have the best military in the world, and we have the most technological military in the world. But if you are either predictable in how you're going to use it, or your enemies know that you won't use it, then it is not a deterrent. And we are not a deterrent anywhere in the world right now.
It's basic military strategy. Military strategy, West Point 101. Mark Geist, thank you for what you did during those harrowing 13 hours in Benghazi, and thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate your insight. All right, swarms